This is your brain in pain. And this is your brain after you've been given a placebo. Any questions? Where did the term placebo effect come from? Sounds like a science lab thing, right? Nope. It came from funerals. 900 years ago, if you wanted your dead mother mourned properly, you paid strangers to do it. The Catholic Church ran a prayer service for the dead called Vespers. It opened with one Latin word, placebo, and it means, I shall please. Rich families hired mourners to show up, wail, and sing this prayer for someone they've never met. People started calling these hired criers placebo singers. By Chaucer's time, the word had drifted somewhere else entirely. To sing placebo meant to flatter someone, to fake it for personal gain. For centuries, placebo had nothing to do with medicine. It meant fraud. It meant telling someone what they wanted to hear instead of the truth. Then in 1801, enter John Haygarth, a doctor who flipped the whole term right on its head. At the time, England was obsessed with a treatment called Perkins tractors. Two metal rods run across your skin said to pull disease straight out of your body through some kind of electrical force. People swore by them, doctors sold them, and families paid good money for them. Haygarth didn't believe it for a second, so he built fake tractors out of wood, painted them to look like metal, and told patients they were getting the real thing. The patients got better, just as often as the ones treated with the real metal rods. Haygarth had stumbled onto one of the first placebo-controlled trials in history. His conclusion was pretty blunt. The cure was never in the tractors, it was all in the patient's head. Fast forward to World War II, an anesthesiologist named Henry Beecher is treating wounded soldiers and runs out of morphine, so he grabs saline solution. He injects it anyway and tells the men, it's the real thing. Historians still debate parts of the story, but the documented part checks out. Beecher did serve as a battlefield physician. He did give soldiers saline while calling it a painkiller when supplies had run dry. And by his own numbers, the saline relieved pain in roughly 1 out of every 2 men who got it. In 1955, Beecher published a paper titled The Powerful Placebo in one of the country's top medical journals. It turned placebo from a folk curiosity into something scientists actually took seriously. And once they looked closely, things got pretty strange. Placebo pain relief isn't someone talking themselves into feeling better. Brain scans like these show the brain releases its own natural painkillers, the same pathways triggered by real opioids. So expectation alone flips on a real biological switch. Recent research pushes this even further. In the 2010s, researcher Ted Kapchuk ran trials where patients were told up front, in plain language, this pill has literally nothing in it. No trick, no deception, just plain sugar. The patients still got better. Open, honest placebos worked on conditions like irritable bowel syndrome and chronic back pain. That broke 100 years of assumptions. Doctors always figured deception was the engine behind the placebo effect. Kapchuk's research says something completely different, something closer to ritual, expectation, the simple act of being cared for by another human being. Historically speaking, scientists agree the placebo effect is real. They agree it produces measurable changes in the body. What nobody agrees on is why it works, how far it goes, or whether medicine will ever learn to use it on purpose instead of stumbling on it by accident.